Chapter 1, Welcome to the Industry. So your goals for Chapter 1 are to be able to explain the impact of the food service industry on jobs in the economy, to identify where the food service industry fits within the hospitality and tourism segment, to be able to describe the two different segments of the food service industry, and to explain the difference between quick service and full service establishments or restaurants. So consider this. As we look at this chart, what do you see? In 1960, the amount of money people spent on food consumed in the home was greater than what they consumed away from home. In 2018, we see that it's about equal, if not more, away from home. So the average American today eats about 4.2 prepared meals per week. As a nation, we eat out between 4 and 5 times a week. And the average household spends about $3,000 a year on eating out. Now, all of this was before COVID-19. This infographic shows us what COVID-19 has done to this industry. So when we look at 8+ million restaurant employees laid off, 2 out of 3 restaurant employees lost their jobs. Restaurant and food service industry lose $80+ billion in sales. So when we look at this, the restaurant industry has been hit very significantly by COVID-19. When we look back, however, restaurant, food, and drink sales in the United States in 1970 compared to 2017, you see in billions of dollars, there was a huge jump between these decades. And from 2008 to 2018, there hasn't been such a huge increase. We've stayed pretty steady. Since the 1970s, the rapid growth of national change has changed the face of the restaurant and food service industry. It's caused a major shift in how people look at food and the social context of food. Eating out has become almost as common as eating at home, and it's not just for special occasions anymore, or as a convenience. In the last few decades, lifestyles have moved steadily towards busier households that no longer have a dedicated daily food provider. Global connections via technology and the rapid growth of international trade have also allowed restaurant companies to grow even larger. Now again, looking at the financial health, before COVID-19, the annual sales in the restaurant industry was $782 billion. Revenue from restaurants in the United States is larger than 90% of the world's economies. Employment is more than 14 million people, and the availability of jobs, we're estimated to see 1.7 more jobs by 2025, again, pre-COVID-19. So facts at a glance from the National Restaurant Association, again, pre-COVID-19, was $863 billion was the restaurant industry's projected sales in 2019. 1 million plus restaurant locations in the United States, 15.3 million industry employees, 1.6 new restaurant jobs were to be created by 2029, again, before COVID-19. 10% of restaurant workforce as a part of 10% is the restaurant workforce as part of the overall U.S. workforce, meaning 10% of people who are work in the food service industry. 9 out of 10 restaurant managers who started at entry level. More facts at a glance. 284,000 food service jobs in Wisconsin, 9% of our state's employment. Again, that number was projected to increase pre-COVID-19. So how does it impact Wisconsin economy? Every dollar spent contributes approximately $1.80 to the state's economy pre-COVID-19.